All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. So let me move this back. So we got here the Chariot showing up. That's Cancer's energy. You're about to go somewhere. This is a travel card for me. Some sort of movement, like physically. Like you could be physically traveling. You could be physically getting ready to move into a house or whatever. Move homes, move jobs. You could be leaving a situation or a relationship. This is movement though, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's something here about movement and where you're going. And it actually feels really good. Cancers, it feels good. We got, see, and that's why I had to tell you that, the Eight of Swords. Because you may not think what's happening right now feels good because of what you've gone through. Because I feel like I'm talking to someone who's been through a lot. I also want to tell you guys too. There's something that you can't see as it pertains to what's going on around you. I don't think some of you understand how there's a shield of protection around you right now that you can't see. And I feel like this is around you because of where you're going and also because of what you've been through. You got justice, karma. That's why there's something important and significant about what's going to happen to you next and where the next phase of your life and where you're physically about to go. Justice is being served. Karma is being served. So with this Eight of Swords, there were situations that you felt powerless to. There were situations where you could have been like a victim because the Eight of Swords is a victim mentality. And I feel like things may have felt doom and gloom for you. But again, with those swords around you, it makes me feel like that those swords were protecting you. Like things not happening the way that you may have wanted them to happen was to protect you from some of the stuff that you didn't see. See the blindfold. There was some stuff going on that you were not aware of, and things that didn't work out in your favor was protection. And what you can't see, there's another blindfold. That there's an opportunity. Again, here's the Knight of Pentacles. Going somewhere. Physical. There's another movement card. You're about to reap justice. Justice is taking place. So whatever happened in that Eight of Swords to you, you're about to reap your justice, and whatever or whoever was doing something to you because you're a victim in this Eight of Swords. Again, justice. Wrongs are being righted. And I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, this is a long time coming. For some of you, this has been 8 years. Or years in general. There's some sort of new opportunity here. I also feel like some of you may work with someone. You may work with someone you really like. I'm also picking up, I feel like things may start off slow with this person. Because I also feel as though there is some hesitation on your part to trust because of what you've gone through. But I feel like you're being guided to this person. I feel like you're being guided to this person. Someone may introduce you to this person. Someone you work with or someone you may connect with, I feel like will introduce you to someone. And I also feel like, and I told you guys this in another reading, I feel like you're going to be friends. The Three of Cups. You're going to be friends first. And it's like working together and being friends. But I feel like this person's going to have a crush on you. Let me see. What energy is Cancer's in around this? See, overwhelmed. You're carrying a lot. That's why. Yeah, I told you there's something here about feeling stressed out because of everything that you've been carrying. So there's going to be a need to go slow, because I feel like you're going to deep down, you're going to like this person, but you're not going to show it. Because you don't want to get your hopes up, because of the Eight of Swords is the overall energy, because of everything that you've gone through. You're carrying baggage. You're going to be carrying some baggage when you meet this person. You're not going to be easy to warm up to. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, it just is what it is. It's the energy. It's going to be hard to warm up to you. I mean, not that, like the other way around. It's going to be hard for you to warm up to people because of what you went through. But this person is going to be interested. Tell me about this person. All right. Again, I feel like you and this person are being brought together with this Wheel of Fortune. And this could be a water sign, Cancer, a fellow Cancer, or a Pisces or Scorpio. They may have air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Now we got some fire. You got options. You guys are about to have some options, okay? You're going to be, look at all the pages are out. Look, the Queen of Wands, you're on fire. You are going to be on fire, okay? You got the Seven, so somebody's going to be deceptive, though. You got the Page of Wands. This could be a fire sign. And then you got here the Hierophant and the Moon card. You got a deceptive fire sign in your energy. And then you have here the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. You got options. But it's interesting here that I'm seeing you as a page. But I feel like when these options come in, you're going to be feeling like a queen. You're going to be feeling like a queen. Because these people are going to be pursuing you. But yeah, some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. I'm getting here, somebody is like a mentor or a guide. Whoever these people are that you're going to be connecting to, one of them is going to be like some sort of mentor, some sort of guide, maybe even like a life coach or a pastor, or someone that may be into religion or something like that. Now, I do have to say this. Keep in mind, you have one of these people that's going to be deceptive. So, how are you going to know the deceptive one? Oh, wow. Because they're going to be the mentor. They're going to act morally superior. Yep, that's how you'll know them. It's actually going to be someone that's like a public figure, someone that's like a guide, someone that's like a pastor, someone that's coming across as like some sort of traditional person. They're deceptive though. That energy is deceptive. They could be a Taurus, but I'm picking up for a lot of you like a fire sign, but they're coming across deceptive. They're like a public figure, or some sort of, like I said, a mentor or a guide, but they're a deceptive mentor. They're a deceptive guide. So that's how you will know that. That's why I feel like you're being warned, because don't be fooled by this person's moral standard. Because sometimes, you know how we may look up to someone that's like a mentor or a guide, but it's all talk. It's all talk with this person. That, and I don't know. I don't know too much about, I don't want to go too much further into it, because I feel like that's enough information around what you need to know. Anything else about this person, this deception, before we move on? Yeah, look, walking away. Yep, see, walk away. Going a different direction. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked. The reason why they're going to be shocked is because you're walking away. Maybe they don't know why you're walking away. Because why are they shocked? They're going to be shocked, anxious, nervous that you're walking away. I feel like this may be someone you already know, because it says time. Look, see the end. And look, we got here the silent treatment. You're breaking free. You're breaking free. This is someone you must already know. But look, you refuse to talk to them. I don't feel like, you know what? I feel like there was a refusal to say something. I don't necessarily feel like it was you that was refusing to talk. Not in the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands energy. I feel like this person could have been giving you the silent treatment, or they didn't speak up, or they didn't do anything because this right here makes me feel like hiding from you, being deceptive, keeping some sort of deceptive distance from you, and not saying what needed to be said. And then time after time makes me feel like they kept doing this. And look, shock. This makes me feel like shock because it's over with. The end. You walked away. And the reason why you're going to be able to keep this ending the end is because things are changing for you. The Wheel of Fortune. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have other options coming in. I don't know. I feel like I don't know about these other options. No wonder it's hard for you to trust. No wonder it's going to be hard for you to open up, because you got this deceptive Page of Wands here, or this Taurus, or this mentor, this guide, this morally superior, morally righteous person, self-righteous actually, that's what I'm picking up here. And because they're like a public figure, it's like you may feel like you can't trust anyone, because maybe you trusted this person, or maybe you believed in them because they were like a Hierophant. Like, who would think a Hierophant would be lying? You're supposed to follow some sort of code of conduct as a Hierophant. Most people don't look at a pastor or a mentor as a liar, as deceptive, but here it is. And that's why it's going to be hard for you to open up. And for some of you, this could be someone that could be like marriage-minded person, or someone, like I said, that's just like a morally righteous person. This could be someone that you could have been married to or engaged to, only for them to pull the wool over your eyes. So of course it's hard, and it's hard for you to open up, because the Eight of Swords is here. You could have gotten tricked with the Seven of Swords. You could have gotten tricked. You fell a victim to something. Some of you could have gave money. I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Some of you paid money to this person. You could have helped them out financially. But I'm seeing here Justice. I don't know. Somebody may lose a car, because it looks like, I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like they're going to lose a car, or a car is going to get repossessed. And I feel like there's someone that they're connected to that's wearing a mask around them. I don't know who this person is, but they're connected to someone that's like a Judas. They have a Judas in their camp. That's why you got Justice. So whatever they try to do to you, they're going to reap it tenfold. So I know you're in this Eight of Swords energy where, you know, something happened to you and you want justice. You want justice for being a victim of falling for this Hierophant, this deceptive Hierophant. It's like you may want some justice for that, but trust and believe karma is being served. You can quietly, right here walking away, you quietly, especially with the Pentacles, quietly walk away. Leave this to your spirit team, a higher power, God, whatever it is that you believe in. Because I feel like you're going to be fine. The tables are going to turn with the Wheel of Fortune. You're about to start getting what you deserve, because you were in a season of getting a lot of hell. I'm surprised to see you're about to see. That's why the chains are here. Oppression. And I feel like some of you with this card here, see, extreme weather. And look, a serial dater. This person is actually depressed. And you know what else? They're being haunted. But see, look at here. I told you you're protected. You're protected. That's what I'm saying. That's why you don't even have to worry, because justice is being served. Spirit told me to back up. Because I was about to say you won't see it. But that's not necessarily true. It's partly true, because I'm seeing you moving on. I feel like to a water sign. Somebody that has water in their chart. But nevertheless, or earth sign. It's either one or the other, or both. They may have both of that in their charts. But nevertheless, I feel like something is going to be exposed about this serial dater, this charmer, because they're being haunted. Like out of body experience, they're depressed. That's why I say you don't even have to worry. Don't think that this person is happy. They're not happy. You may have felt powerless and stuck or trapped by this person, but they're in despair. They're depressed. And I'm telling you, they're connected to a Judas. Like they're connected to someone that's wearing a mask. They're connected to a fake person. And of course, there's no honor amongst thieves. They're fake, so of course they're going to be connected to someone fake. And we got here extreme weather. That's something like, I feel like you went through something extreme, but your ancestors like, I got you. I got you. I'm not going to let nobody lay a hand on you and get away with it. So yeah, I feel like you could have went through some sort of spiritual, right here with this spiritual test. You went through something spiritual. But now we got here healing. And now that you're healing, or now that things are going to be moving forward for you, they're going to be taken off. You're about to get balance. Happy woman. You're about to see whatever it is that you went through in that Eight of Swords. You got some sort of, and I've been seeing this in your last few readings, like there is just some sort of covering. Like, oh man. What does your spirit team want you to know? Because they like 17. Let me look it up. There's something about angel number 17. Let me see what that means. Angel number 17. Angel number 17. A powerful sign of spiritual renewal, inner wisdom, and manifestation. Didn't I say you just went through something spiritual? Some of you could have went through some sort of humiliation. You could have been humiliated that's why you got the Eight of Swords, and something extreme. It even says right here, bitch, be gone. See, you were chained to something extreme, but you're breaking free. So you're going to need time as you heal and as you get rebalanced. As you get balanced. Getting that energy off of you. It's going to take some time for you to feel safe to open back up to people again. Because of this Hierophant, right? But this is a powerful sign with the number 17 of renewal. You're coming out of that Eight of Swords and getting back into this energy of happiness. Wisdom from what you went through. Manifestation. The Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. It's progress. That's progress. You're going to start something and you're going to see progress. It's going to progress. So whatever it is that you're going to be doing, because you're going somewhere and you're going to start something. Some of you may even start some sort of like making some sort of healing remedies. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not going to be the same. Some of you may start working out. Some of you may start some sort of organic or beauty line. Or you may start putting more focus on yourself. But I'm telling you, the more you do this, whatever it is that you start, and if you don't stop, you're going to see results. You're not going to stay at the page. You're progressing to the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to reap a big reward from it. Yeah, it says it signifies success and karmic ambition. I feel like you've had to go through a lot of karmic stuff. Lessons, a lot of karmic lessons. And you're breaking free from it. Now, graduating. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back, because things are about to start taking off from you. You just went through like the biggest spiritual test. Now you're breaking free from it. Now you're going to start seeing results. That's why for some of you, like things have been hard And the readings have even been showing that, right? It's like when is justice going to take place? When are you going to start seeing results? Well, you should start seeing them. The Wheel of Fortune. The tables are turning, right? The tables are about to turn. So where this person may have been happy, successful, they're about to be depressed, sad. I'm even getting here something around health and money, losing car, health and money. All right, let's see what you need to know. What does the viewer need to know? And then I'm going to see about these other lovers, what you need to know about these other lovers. But I want to see what your spirit team want you to know, because you've just come from out of like the biggest spiritual test. Some of you weren't even meant to survive it, or at least people thought you wouldn't survive it. But because of your ancestors, because of who you are, it's like, nope. It's like you're ready now. Oh, what did I just say? I was saying I'm gonna look at these lovers or other people coming in, and then I ended it by saying too, after saying what I was saying, you're ready now. What are you ready for? A divine counterpart, someone that's matching your energy. You were dealing with frauds, honey. You were dealing with frauds in that Eight of Swords. It says here, I am magnetically aligned with my divine counterpart, creating a loving, supportive, and transformative union. You have a divine, let's cover that up. You have a divine counterpart that's coming in. You're ready for it. She's looking over to here. I feel like, I'm going to tell you something. I feel like you guys were dealing with people that were not even on your level. Did you guys have like a pattern or some sort of cycle where you were just dealing with some people that shouldn't even been with you? Or they shouldn't have even I don't even feel like you were in relationships with these people. You were in some sort of like entanglement with them. Because these are pages and you're a queen. Like things didn't even get to go far. A queen can't develop a relationship with a page. So that's what I'm saying. Like you were dealing with some counterfeits. And it's like now, after having gone through the spiritual test or these cycles with these pages, you're ready for your divine counterpart. It's like you're ready. See, you're going through a secular upgrade. Now, who is this divine counterpart? Autumn. That's why the Queen of Wands is there. What fire sign is in autumn? Isn't it Sagittarius, right? So maybe somewhere around, that's like what, the end of November, or just fall season for sure. But your divine counterpart, because remember, you're making progress. You're the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. You need to be focusing on your money and your purpose. That's where your attention, the summer season. You need to spend the summer focusing on your health, your money, your job, your finances, practical things, not love. Because your divine counterpart is going to meet you in autumn when you're feeling better. The Queen of Wands, when you're feeling confident. Because right now, you're not ready for love. You've just been through one hell of a ritual, a spiritual test. A humiliation ritual is what I feel like. Because that Eight of Swords, that's a heavy energy. That's 8 swords around you. Attack after attack after attack. It was extreme. So it's like you're not ready. You need to heal. And you need to focus on your health. You need to focus on recovering from that energy and your money. And once you're feeling better, once you're feeling more confident, which is around the autumn season, here they come in. Anything else the viewer needs to know? Yeah, see, you're being prepared for them. Yep, see, you're going through a transformation. You're being prepared. All right, Cancers. Catch y'all later. Bye.